Does your life feel ordinary and average? Does your life feel like it's just mundane? I have a statement that I'm going to make, and I'm going to show you how to go from living an average life to an extraordinary life with just a few simple steps, right? I have a business coach who always says, Amy, if you're not average, your life won't be average. If you don't do things like everyone else does them, your life won't look like everyone else's looks. And I'm like, huh. But here's what I can tell you: the pursuit of excellence makes everything way better than average. So if you feel like your life is average, I want you to take a deep dive in and start to look at yourself and think, where am I not operating in excellence? Look around. Is my car washed? Is my closet clean? Is Do I exude excellence when I in my appearance and how I do things? Excellence, I want to read this to you, okay? I think this is just such a great definition. Excellence isn't perfection, it's a mindset, a commitment to doing the best you can with what you have, wherever you are. Excellence isn't about a status or success alone, it's about growth, purpose, and making a difference. So, excellence has got magnetism to it. Excellence causes you to stand out in a crowd. Excellence causes you to be the one they pick because everyone else looks kind of the same. Excellence is that differentiator. There's a statement that I heard someone make one day, and it was this: how you do one thing is how you do everything. How you do one thing is how you do everything. That statement haunts me every single day. How I do one thing. If I cut the corner on something, oh, that's how I do everything. Literally, that statement will haunt you, but it'll haunt you to greatness. It's a statement that if you combine the two, if I'm not average, my life won't be average. If how I do one thing or how I do anything is how I do everything, those statements will build in you a foundation of doing things with excellence. So what does excellence do for you? Excellence has got the power to create a magnetism towards you. When you do things differently, when it's elevated, when it's a little bit extra, it stands out. It causes people to trust you when you operate in an integrity and an excellence. So excellence isn't necessarily just all about an appearance. It is who you are. Are you excellent in your spirit? Are you a person of excellence? Because a person of excellence will draw excellent things to their life. A person of excellence will draw exceptional things into their world. The power of excellence has been something that I have leveraged, worked on, continue to work on daily, because that is a daily thing that we have to work on, to be excellent in our spirit, excellent in our attitude, to walk with it, to do the best we can at all times with what we have. That is the spirit of excellence, and it takes so little to be excellent in today's environment. And so I want to challenge you: if you're not happy with where you're at in your life, up your excellence game. And you're like, Amy, I don't even know where to start. Well, you know, for me, my closet is always my battle. My closet is something that I battle with and wrestle with all the time. It can become a disaster zone in minutes, right? But so that's my constant. But I think that there's so many areas that you have to battle with excellence. So I want to give you a few things, okay? Your vehicle. Is your vehicle clean? Does it look good? Because some people sit there and they're like, man, I just wish I had a nicer vehicle. I wish I had a greater vehicle. And then you walk out to the car and you're like, man, that car is so dirty and so not taken care of. But if you operate in excellence in what you have, more can be given to you, right? Excellence is a principle. And so I was taught that very early on, that how I do the one thing is how I do everything. So it caused me, even as someone who just got into real estate, I wanted to make sure that when my yard got mowed, I used to always mow my yard all the time, like that it was excellent, that it was perfect, that I wanted it to be so well done because it was a reflection of who I was. When I got in this business and literally my whole goal was to create a platform that I could actually, because I've always thought, I wanted to be a ministry and be a pastor, but I can't speak from something that's not excellent. And I have fallen and missed the mark thousands of times, but my pursuit is always excellence. not perfection, excellence. Just doing things a little bit above the ordinary, just doing things with a certain look, excellence. So there's drawing power to excellence. I've been invited to speak on different stages. I've been invited to different events because our company operates with an excellence. So what does it do? Excellence creates trust. Excellence, if you're a brand person or if you're a business owner, when you operate in excellence and you have an expected product, it creates trust and confidence in your clients. It's critical. If you're willy-nilly, they don't know what to do with it. If you say you're going to do something, you have to do it. Like that's excellence. That's an excellence that's on the inside. Excellence. I'm going to keep saying it over and over and over. If you're a business owner, excellence, a spirit of excellence drives innovation. It's asking, how can we do better? How can we make this better? How can we create a better experience for our clients and our customers? Excellence. It attracts. It attracts team members to you. There's something different. People like to be associated with something that is working well, that operates in excellence, that's not like slothful, right? It creates impact. It uplifts. So someone's excellence raises the bar. It creates legacy. The pursuit of excellence leaves something behind: standards, structures, systems that outlive us. In short term wins, it turns short term wins into long term influence. I wrote all these notes down. But excellence is something to be pursued. Because if you don't where your life is at, all you have to do is start to change the things that you have control of. Sometimes I think out of our world, we think, oh, I can't control this and I can't control that, but I can control me. How do I need to operate in excellence? Have an integrity. Do my clothes and my do I line up with excellence physically? Am I pursuing excellence in my health? Am I pursuing excellence in my career path? Am I pursuing excellence in my relationships? Do you know what all this really means? Am I showing up every day as my best self? Am I literally doing everything I need to do to come to any area, whether it be work or my family, that I can present in the best possible way? I can be 100% present and be my best version of myself. The pursuit of excellence will do that to you. Guys, we all fall down on it. We fall down on it every day. But I have made it a habit. I had a really dear friend of mine who's no longer on this earth, but she was a person of excellence, and it inspired me. It created an atmosphere of peace. So excellence in your home creates peace. Again, I'm not talking perfection. Excellence. It's clean, it's tidy. There's nothing if you want growth in your life, you can't sit in a disorganized space. You can't sit in clutter and sit in all that and have excellence in your life. So when you start to take control, and guys, I have wrestled. I'm going to tell you this again. I have wrestled with my closet. My closet is one of those spaces that I'm like, oh my gosh, am I ever going to get this closet cleaned up? And it feels like I could like clean it out every few months, which I do. And it feels like I look around, I'm like, huh, it's all back again. The law of the vacuum, it's all filled back up again. But excellence, it's one of those things that I look at and I think if I've got some disorganization there, then I have disorganization on the inside. There's parts of my person that need to come into alignment with excellence. So I want to challenge you today, if you're trying to live a life that has more impact to it, it will require excellence out of you, because excellence gets rid of clutter, it gets rid of confusion, it gets rid of disorganization. And I believe that God is a God of order. So to me, excellence is like a spirit of order. Like I carry order with me. Like I am, if you go to my car at almost any time, I wash my car almost daily because I like my car clean. It represents me, it represents who I am. And if it's cluttered and dirty and disorganized, it causes me not to think the same way. I feel gross sitting in it. I don't like driving in dirty cars. I don't like it at all. And neither do you, even if you do it every day. You don't feel good in it. So if you want to put your best foot forward in life, and you want to live a life that's way beyond average, and you want to make extraordinary impact, which I know you do because you would not be listening to this podcast if you didn't, then I would like you to take a moment and check yourself. Where am I operating in a lack of excellence? What areas of my life do I need to shore up? We all have areas that are like, oh, yeah, I operate in excellence in those things. But everyone has areas that they need to shore up. Number two, just do it. Take the step, clean the closet, vacuum out the car. You'll feel so much better when you do it. And guess what that does when you stack up that win? It creates another winning energy to stack up another win. Excellence. Do you do what you say you're going to do? Guys, I talk to my team all the time about the power of a morning routine. And I have found and discovered that it has been a life changing principle for me. And guess what? There's probably not a day that goes by that I actually want to get out of bed and do my thing in the morning. The temptation to just turn the alarm clock off and to just stay in bed and just to sleep comes to everybody. Excellence. No. Excellence demands that you get up, you move forward, and you don't cater to the desire to just keep hitting snooze and doing what average people do. Remember this, if you don't do what average people do, you don't have the same results. You don't live an average life. And the excellence that you walk with, the integrity that you walk with, is a launching pad for growth and impact. Excellence is noticed because so much of our world is not excellent. Think about it. Go to a restaurant. Man, if anyone's got great service, you're like, man, you got to tell everybody because we've become so accustomed to mediocre service. But when you're excellent, you just do a little bit above. Guys, I'm telling you, people are going to notice it. It's going to draw attention. Excellence produces favor. When you operate in a spirit of excellence, people look on you with favor and it opens doors of opportunity for you. Excellence might be that you show up to work early, that you leave a little bit after work, but that you do things in a timely manner. Think where you need to invoke excellence. Some of you naturally are just like that. But I promise you that excellence is working for you. Excellence is working for you, creating a better and better future. So, one of my favorite parts about it is excellence multiplies impact. It uplifts others in a company or a team or a community, and it raises the bar. So, this is what I know. In my real estate company and in my real estate world, people that operate in excellence, that do above and beyond, that kill it in their field of expertise, right? What does it do? It raises the bar. I always think this. I know that if I'm playing golf with somebody and I've got really good golfers I'm playing with, my game goes up. If I'm playing with bad golfers, my game goes, eh. The same is true when you get in an atmosphere of excellence, of doers, of achievers, of people that don't just settle, but they actually put themselves out there and do it. Do you know what? It raises the bar. You need to be around excellence. It's an atmosphere. You need to be around it. It creates growth. If you walk through my building as I do, I walk through it and I can pick out every little detail that's not correct. But you'll see me over here on a Saturday felixing around, pulling weeds out of the front or doing whatever because it's in if I don't, it's not in line with excellence. And I don't want to see weeds growing up and it represents who I am. It represents the company I am. I'm always blown away. Again, I'm in the real estate business, but I'm always blown away when I see signs all beat up and I'm like, wow, that's their brand. It represents them. Clean it up. Get a fresh sign out there. What the heck? Guys, I think the same way when I see someone walking or if I go to a professional and they look really sloppy and I'm like, whoa, clean it up, man. What are you doing? Because I respond to you differently when you don't look the part. When you look disheveled or not sharp, people respond to you differently. And I'm not saying there's not time for chill out and whatever, but you can still be in chill out and be in excellence. So think about the power of excellence. Where do you need to shore it up? I like this also. Excellence creates legacy. When you have excellence, you're leaving behind a set pattern. This is how we do it. So on my team bears the mark of excellence. I have team members that are people of excellence. I have an amazing team, by the way, but they bear the mark. Like this is how we do things. This is our standard. It's not an industry standard. It's our standard. It's how we choose to show up. I have the most professional looking agents. They do things with excellence. They don't let the little things go. They go above and beyond because it's our brand. Excellence is our brand and it's critical. But if you think about it, excellence leaves a legacy. Oh, they did things different. It attracts growth. Excellence goes before you and it creates expectation. When you live in the realm of excellence, it's just who you are. People expect that. They expect and they know. It builds a confidence. Oh, I know I'm going to get this from them because that's who they are. That's what they do. That's their brand. So guys, in a time frame where things have gotten so sloppy, where service has gotten so marginal, where the client customer experience has become so want want, guys, step up and operate in excellence. And I don't even just mean in like a business, but even think about your human interactions. Think about you showing up as your best self every day, physically in your best shape. So many people get to a certain age and say, oh, I'm just going to let it go. This is just how it is. And I say to that, no, no, thank you. That's not how it is. Those are decisions that get made and they're thought patterns that happen. But at any time, you can change it. At any time, you can say, no, I'm fit, firm, and fabulous, and I'm turning this ship. And I'm going to just get that under control, or I'm going to get my eating under control. I sat there the other day and I just observed behavior when I was sitting in that, you know, the nursing home was my Aunt Carol who passed away this past week, actually today. But I sat there observing behavior and I thought, I watched some behavior. I watched how some of the staff like folded things and they put it away and they served. And I thought, man, they have a bright future. They operate in excellence. And then I watched the just get buyers. And I don't know about you, but I'm not a just get buyer fan. I don't like the just get buyers. I don't want to live a life that's just get by. I don't want to do anything that's just get by. But I have to tell you something, it'll take discipline to live a life that it's excellent, that has impact, that expands. Because how you do one thing is how you do everything. And you can't afford to keep cracking your hedge open and keep like losing your confidence because, oh, yeah, I didn't quite do all the paperwork correct on this, or I didn't quite do that, or I just, here's the thing, guys. It gets so weird with me that I want to fold my clothes, but sometimes I pull them off and they're inside out when they come out. Like I just want to fold them up inside out. And what comes to me is how I do one thing is how I do everything. And I'm like, dang, I got to actually fold that laundry correctly. And if I'm walking through a store and there's clothes landing on the floor and, laying there, and I wanna walk past it, I'm like, "Shoot, I can't do that. I have to go back and pick it up." I walked, past some garbage, which I rarely ever do that, in the parking lot, and I told my husband, like, "We gotta go back." He goes, "I knew it. I knew it." I said, "We gotta go pick that up. I can't leave it." Excellence. But you know what I know? Despise not the day of small things. When you operate in excellence in those small, little micro commitments, those micro things that no one can see, it eventually builds a platform and an impact and a fluent and an influence that everyone sees that just grows and increases and expands. So check out your excellence rating. Where do you think you fall in? I'm not talking perfection. I'm talking an attitude. I do above and beyond. I give everything I do my best. I give my health my best, my family my best. I'm focused on my disciplines because I know that if I operate in a spirit of excellence, that people will be drawn to it. And they'll be drawn to me with a magnetism and a trust and a confidence. And guess what? If you're listening to this, you know that I'm a Jesus lover. And because I represent him, it's really important that I operate in excellence. I don't want people to think Jesus is a slouch. He's not. So I have to operate in excellence, and so do you. So let that be your anthem. Let that be your challenge. I'm challenged by it every day. I fall short of it every day, but it's still my pursuit. Excellence is still my pursuit. And so, with that, no, the pursuit of excellence will just lead to that. You are more life. Be blessed.